Is nothing sacred any longer?
Our kids can't take it, our teachers can't take it, our families can't take it anymore. I beg of you to stop.
Richmond Mayor LeVar Stoney and RPS Superintendent Jason Cameras addressing the community 2 hours after shots had been fired at the Altria Theater following Huguenot High School's graduation back on June 6th, 2023. On this anniversary 1 year later, we have team coverage sharing the voices of those impacted closest by the violence in downtown Richmond that day. In total, 7 people were shot. Huguenot graduate Sean Jackson and his stepfather, Renzo Smith, both killed on what was supposed to be a joyous day. In just a moment, we'll hear from Tameeka Jackson-Smith as she continues to grieve the tragic loss of both her son and husband. But first, crime insider John Burkett sits down with Richmond's police chief, Rick Edwards, to talk about the RPD response to the mass shooting and how this event, though gruesome and heartbreaking, has been a catalyst for change within the city and the department.
It was supposed to be a celebration. Instead, images of chaos, violence, and confusion after graduates, family members, and friends gather outside the Altria Theater 1 year ago today.
I was driving, I had changed, I was getting ready to go directly to my son's recital, and the all page went off, and it came off as an active threat. So an all page hits all the senior command staff with a page saying something major in the city has just happened. So I turned my radio on, and right away I knew that it was going to be an actual active shooter.
A shooting that would have 12 victims overall, 7 of the victims with gunshot injuries. A stepfather and son combo pronounced dead on scene. Later determined that one of the victims that died, 18-year-old Sean Jackson, had an ongoing beef with shooter Amari Pollard, and innocent people were caught in the mayhem. Right after the shots, Pollard ran to a nearby parking deck where you can see his mental state in body-worn camera video.
VCU security and VCU police that were able to take Mr. Pollard into custody, but they did a great job of ensuring that they were able to place him into custody with very minimal force, if any.
Richmond Police Chief Edwards says his officers were also on point in the midst of the havoc, with the men and women of the RPD quickly getting downtown from all directions.
Trying to get entry and exit points. They were providing first aid to some of the victims. They were hunting for the suspect along with VCU police. So I think it was, as concerning as it was to me, it was impressive to hear that the supervisors on scene and the officers responding were doing it as we had trained.
And for training purposes, Edwards says June 6th will be used in years to come. Over the past 365 days, one of Richmond's darkest days has proved to be a crucial learning experience, helping to improve communication between several government agencies. Edwards says since the first of the year, he's had several meetings with Richmond Public Schools and their security team, addressing outside chatter from the community and social media.
Certainly social media reviews, speaking with RPS, security to ensure that if there's ongoing concerns. But another thing we evaluated as a weak point was to ensure that, we knew there weren't guns inside the venue last year, but there were a lot of guns in cars. So that's what we did this year. We had an overt and covert presence. And, we were able to make 2 arrests of people with guns this year at graduation ceremonies. I don't know that it's gotten a lot of attention, but we were able to do that and keep those ceremonies safe.
Chief Rick Edwards says this past year they spent a lot of time not only talking about the inside of venues, but the outside too, also devoting more officers to special operations and traffic control with hopes they never have to respond to a call like June 6th again. In Richmond, John Burkett, CBS 6 News.
And as you heard John mention, June 6th, 2023 will be remembered as one of Richmond's darkest days, but no one knows the gravity or the horror of that day like Tameeka Jackson-Smith. One moment she was celebrating an exciting milestone for her son as he crossed the graduation stage inside the Altria. The next, mourning the loss of both her son and husband after they had stepped outside. Today, she returned to the Altria with our Tyler Lane for a first-time one-on-one interview reflecting on this past year.
And I ask you again, Father God, just wrap your arms around her.
Prayer and family.
That's how I get through.
Is what pulled Tameeka Jackson-Smith through the toughest 12 months of her life.
I feel like yesterday you don't want to believe it's been that long.
On June 6, 2023, her son, Sean Jackson, and husband, Renzo Smith, were shot and killed in Monroe Park following Huguenot High School's graduation. Returning to the spot where it happened on the one-year anniversary, almost too much to bear.
The pictures of what I saw kind of like rushing back. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Amari Pollard pled guilty to first-degree murder in Jackson's death after the jury was instructed to not consider claims that Pollard acted in self-defense. The judge balked at arguments that Pollard was fearful of Jackson's armed friends, pointing to the fact that he got a gun out of his car and came back to the park before shooting Jackson in the back.
If you were scared of somebody else, what made you take my son's life? Like, you made it to the car. You could have left. What made you come back and take my son's life?
Jackson-Smith sat through the entire trial and says she still cannot make sense of it. Pollard's plea deal sentenced him to 25 years in prison.
I felt like I was at peace to accept the plea deal. I felt like God put it on my heart to just go ahead and just release the anger. And if he want to have a little bit more life, because he's going to have life when he get out. My son ain't going to have nothing.
But that's just one piece of justice. She still doesn't know who killed her husband, and prosecutors are not releasing that information because the remaining suspects connected to this shooting are underage.
I want to know everything from A to Z, because I feel like we're owed that.
Jackson-Smith tells me she also has questions about the school division's safety measures, which RPS pledged to improve in the aftermath.
Everybody else's family is getting safety measures, though. Everybody getting protected at graduations now. Schools getting more protected. But my baby didn't get that.
An investigation report into the district's handling of the incident was only released after CBS 6 and the Richmond Times-Dispatch sued the school board for violating open record laws. It revealed that school personnel knew about threats of violence against Jackson, which his mother warned them about, and they were part of the reason why Jackson was a homebound student. Despite this, investigators found that RPS allowed him at graduation without any adherence to required authorizations and without proper vetting and consideration of the known safety concerns.
They knew. And if anybody sit here and tell you they did not know, they're lying. They know.
Do you feel like they dropped the ball in how they responded to this?
Yes. Because I asked. I wouldn't have never ever brought my son here if I didn't feel like his life was in danger. I asked before we even got here, is it okay? And I was reassured, once again, everything is fine. It's not fine. Look at me and my family, it's not fine. It's not.
This mother feels an aching pain that will never go away. She'll forever miss her husband's dedication to the family and her son's uplifting smile. If you could send a message to Sean today, what would you want to tell him?
That I am so proud of him and I love him so much. You did not fail. You did not fail us.
Jackson-Smith says she wants other parents to be aware of their kids' social media. They can sometimes contain warning signs of impending violence, which police said was present in this case. From here on out, she's relying on therapy and her faith in God to take it day by day. In Richmond, I'm Tyler Lane, CBS 6 News.
CBS 6 has confirmed that Jackson-Smith has begun the process of taking legal action against Richmond Public Schools following the deaths of her son and husband. And we'll share the details of a demand letter her lawyer delivered to the Richmond School Board, including the amount of money she is requesting in damages. That update will be all new tonight on the CBS 6 News at 11. And you can find all of our team coverage on the one-year anniversary of the shooting online at WTVR.com or by using the CBS 6 News app.